Guys, I'm totally flabbergasted by this. We are flying with SayIntentions somewhere here in the Caribbean. Not sure what this aircraft is doing right now because it's trying to keep the indicated airspeed. Alright, let me switch off the autopilot real quick because I'm not sure what this thing is doing now. Flight director off. Right, so we're gonna fly it by hand. But we got from Entourage, which I have in the premium package for SayIntentions. We got Millie Skybound, and she's a mentor. You can have Uncle Harry as well, but I choose for Millie. And she knows everything about aircrafts, so you can ask her anything, and she will give you an explanation about some things. You can ask about RNF approaches, or how to program anything in the flight computers. She knows everything, so you can really have her as a real mentor in the aircraft. But today we're gonna simulate that we are having landing gear problems and that the landing gear won't extend. So what I'm gonna do, I'm in the FlySimware Beechcraft C24R, and I'm gonna pull the circuit breaker for the landing gear. So when I pull this circuit breaker right here, we try to keep my altitude a little bit and get a little bit of power on. So if I want to extend the gear, the gear handle goes down, but I'll keep the uplight here. So if I go to the outside view, you will see there's no landing gear. Alright, let's go back inside. So we have a problem. We got an unsafe gear. As we're gonna continue, we're not gonna land yet. We're gonna continue override, and we're gonna ask Millie if she, and we're gonna explain the situation, if she can read us the emergency manual landing gear extension checklist. So, alright. Millie, we have a simulated problem. The landing gear won't come down. We have an unsafe gear, and I tried everything with the circuit breaker. This is all simulated, but can you read me the emergency landing gear extension checklist line by line, and wait for me after each line that I respond with check. Well, let's wait for Millie.
Sure. Let's go through the emergency landing gear extension checklist line by line. First line, ensure the landing gear handle is in the down position. Please confirm with check when you're ready.
Check.
Check. Next line, attempt to reset the landing gear system by cycling the circuit breaker.
Simulating that we are doing that. Check.
Check. Next line, if the landing gear still does not extend, pull the emergency landing gear extension handle.
Alright, so the landing gear extension handle is right here. I'm gonna pull it. Check. And now I've got 3 greens, you see that? Check, Millie. Right, Millie, I pulled the manual gear extension lever. So check for this item. Continue with the checklist.
Check. Next line. Verify that the emergency landing gear extension handle is pulled all the way out.
Check.
Let's continue with the emergency landing gear extension checklist. Next line, verify that the emergency landing gear extension handle is pulled all the way out.
Checked. Alright, she came back with the same line. but it's not flawless, but it works.
Check. Next line, ensure that the emergency landing gear indicator lights are functioning properly.
Check. We have 3 greens.
That's great to hear. 3 greens indicate that the landing gear is down and locked. Just remember, it's always good practice to visually confirm if possible, especially during an emergency situation. Keep up the good work.
Alright Millie, so we keep this simulated emergency situation. I think it's a good time to ask the tower for a visual inspection of the landing gear, because we can't see the landing gear because of the wings, and we can't see the nose gear as well. We got 3 greens, but to be sure, let's ask the tower.
That's a smart move. You can say, Oscar Tower, November 24 Papa Delta, request a visual inspection of our landing gear. We have 3 greens but would like confirmation. Make sure to include your current altitude and position for context.
Bishop Tower, November 24 Papa Delta is 4 miles in the north. We have a emergency gear extension, and we'd like to have a visual inspection of our landing gear as we gonna fly by over the runway for a visual inspection. November 24 Papa Delta.
Papa Delta, roger. Fly by runway 10 for a visual inspection. Wind 080 at 8. Safe fuel and souls on board.
We have 15 gallons of fuel on board and 4 persons on board. Bishop Tower, November 24 Papa Delta. We have 15 gallons of fuel on board, 4 persons on board. We're currently 1,500 feet on a left-hand base for runway 10 for the visual landing gear inspection.
Papa Delta, roger. Continue left base for runway 10. Wind 090 at 7. Cleared for the visual inspection flyby.
Loco, November 24 Papa Delta. Alright. Flaps.
4 Papa Delta, roger. Fly by runway 10 for a visual inspection. Winds 090 at 6. Safe fuel and souls on board.
15 gallons fuel and 4 souls on board. November 24 Papa Delta. Bishop Tower, November 24 Papa Delta, did you copy that?
0 at 7, runway 10, clear to land. 4 Papa Delta, affirmative, I copied your last transmission.
4 Papa Delta is final now for the visual landing gear inspection.
Papa Delta. Winds 130 at 6. Runway 10. Cleared for the visual inspection flyby.
Cleared for the visual inspection flyby, November 24 Papa Delta, and can you come back as soon as possible if you have a confirmation on the landing gear, November 24 Papa Delta.
For Papa Delta, winds 130 at 6, runway 10, cleared for the visual inspection flyby.
Roger, for Papa Delta.
For Papa Delta, winds 150 at 9er, runway 10, cleared for the visual inspection flyby. Let us know once you have confirmation on the landing gear.
Yeah, that's what I asked you. Can you see if our gear is down? November 24 Papa Delta.
For Papa Delta, we have visual confirmation. Your landing gear appears to be down and locked. Winds 140 at 9er, runway 10, cleared to land.
Roger, doing a circuit override, closed circuit to downwind, runway 10, right hand circuit now, November 24 Papa Delta.
For Papa Delta, roger, continue right hand circuit for runway 10.
Continuing November 24 Papa Delta. This is amazing. So we got the gear down, we got the handle is down, the circuit breaker is still pulled. We got 3 greens. We had a visual inspection of the landing gear by the tower. It's all AI, guys, all AI. And let's land this aircraft now. Look at that. Here we go. Alright. It's gonna be a closed circuit at 500 feet, 400 feet. Just continuing a little bit. Gonna offset a little bit because we're really close to the runway. .45 degrees. November 24 Papa Delta, turning right hand base to land runway 10, full stop. November 24 Papa Delta, short final, runway 10. You were cleared to land.
For Papa Delta, winds 140 at 8, runway 10, cleared to land.
Cleared to land, runway 10, for Papa Delta. Alright, a little bit of crosswind. Well, not much. Alright. Gears coming up, flaps are coming up. Still a little bit twitchy on the with the steering. Especially with some wind.
For Papa Delta, welcome to Maurice Bishop. contact ground on 121.9er.
Ground 121.9er for Papa Delta. Thank you very much, sir. Bishop Ground, November 24 Papa Delta. Runway vacated and taxiing to the general aviation parking, November 24 Papa Delta.
November 24 Papa Delta, Maurice Bishop Ground, taxi to general aviation parking at your discretion.
Taxiing to general aviation parking, my discretion, November 24 Papa Delta. Well, that is really something, guys, with the AI. So if you know how to ask them to do things, they can read a checklist for you. I'm not sure if that is the correct checklist, of course, because sometimes it's quite different. But you can do those things. You cannot do this with the co-pilot, because the co-pilot is only there to do the comms. You cannot do this with the tour guide or the cabin attendant, but you can do this with the mentor, Millie or Uncle Harry. Yeah, that is something quite remarkable, that you can do this with an AI mentor co-pilot kind of thing. And they can, if you ask them to read the checklist for this aircraft, they will do it. But you have to ask it to do it line by line and wait for a confirmation, like a real checklist, because otherwise they're just gonna go through everything and you don't have time to respond. Or so you want to do this like a conversation thing, but you have to tell them to wait for a confirmation. And like I said, wait for my confirmation until I say check, and then they come back with it. And sometimes they don't know really when to continue the checklist, but you can ask them to continue the checklist. So yeah, this is truly something amazing and really funny to do. So you can do train emergency situations, and having the mentor next to you, who knows everything about the aircraft. If you are in an emergency situation or in a simulated emergency situation, you can ask your mentor how to deal with that situation. And if there's something in the checklist, just ask them to read the checklist. This is really, yeah, I think this is really something. Alright guys, this was it for me. Just wanted to show you this. SayIntentions is really incredible. There is so much what we can do with this software, and I know there is much more to come. Traffic will come. We get FOBs, FBOs. It is amazing, guys. You can land and ask for a follow me car, and the follow me car will come, and they will guide you to your parking spot or to the gate. It is truly amazing. We have progressive taxi, so you get the taxi ribbon with arrows or lights in any kind of color that you want. Do you want disco lights, or orange, blue, yellow, I don't know. That's in there. You got, with entourage, you got cabin crews, you got a tour guide, and now we got a mentor. I don't know, man. This is the best ATC that's available now. There's so much in this, and there's so much to discover with AI. Really, give it a try. Try it for a couple of days. Try it for a month, and yeah, I'm flabbergasted, guys. This is something. Alright, see you in the next video. This was Mike, Virtusim, and if you like this kind of content, please feel free to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and get this out to as many people as possible on our way to 3,500 subscribers, or 5,000, or I don't know. Subscribe, guys. It will help me out a lot. And if you have got any questions, leave a comment below. I know it's not all by the book, but this is playing with AI, co-pilot, mentor, and ATC, because this is I love this. Right, see ya.